Okay. Hi, my name is Zuzzi Husarová, and as a mindfulness trainer and NLP coach for women, today I have a great honor to have an international guest, Lumpy Pasura. Welcome.
Thank you.
And he's also one of my masters in mindfulness training. Today I would like to ask him a couple of questions because, girls, you are writing a lot regarding your life purpose, life passion, and what to do actually in the life, how to be happy. And I think this is a very important topic because I was also searching for a very long time what is my life purpose. And so today I chose a couple of your questions in order to get a little bit of wisdom from this amazing person, because before he became a monk, he was working for Thai Airlines, right? So he has been in touch with the real life. So I think this is the right person to ask. And today he is actually traveling all around the world, teaching the wisdom of Dhamma, which is the pure nature of life. And I'm very grateful that you have the time today to share your wisdom with me.
Thank you.
So Lumpy, let me ask you the first question from a lady. She is a therapist and she really loves her job. However, her husband doesn't like it and he doesn't support her. She has been doing it for 2 years already, but she hasn't have enough clients, and it is very difficult for her to continue because she doesn't have the support from her husband and she doesn't have the abundance she was waiting for if she's doing what she loves. So what she could do?
First of all, you have to be clearly identify your status in different place and different time. When you are a wife, there is a duty of a wife that you have to be fulfilled. And second part is about professional, which is the therapist part that you love, that she loves about, that she also need to fulfill. Both parts require her 100% effort, both being a wife and both being a therapist. So if she wants her husband to accept it, one of the things is just you have to also make that 100% of effort to be a wife. Because that is something that everyone has to do. Everyone has more than one status. That's a reality. We have more than one hat to wear all the time. And each and every single hat, we have to do our best. The question is it tired? And the answer is yes. But it's an effort that you can follow in order to achieve your passion as a therapist. At the same time, it's also equally important that you have your partnership with the husband that you loved and care about. It means that everything needs your effort. You have to make that. So in order to succeed in one thing, number one is to be passionate about it. Find a passion. Passion about being in your marriage life. Passion about being a therapist. Number two, perseverance. You keep doing it no matter how hard, no matter how many times you feel struggle or challenges, keep going. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, it matters how many times you get up. Number three, focus. Make sure that in each and every places that you're doing, you're focused on that task. When you are at your work, focus on it. When you are at home, also focus on it. Because if you keep mixing between the two, that's where problems started, if you realize. And number four is very important. It's called review. So far, what I have been doing, is there anything I can make an improvement in both status? So you keep doing this. Sooner or later, your husband will slowly understand it because you have not missing any part of your duty. And at the same time, you also live the other 100% life as a professional therapist. And that is what we need to do, to fulfill 100% in every status that we are.
Wonderful. Thank you. So other question is, I started my business, but I don't like writing blog and posting on Facebook because I have to do it. This is my marketing. I just want to do what I like, but I don't earn enough money like this. What can I do?
This is a very interesting question. The thing is that, and which is going back to the simple principle that I was talking about, from passion, perseverance, focus, and review. And this is the second part about perseverance. There are things that we don't like, but it's incorporated to make it perfect. For example, if you're a mother, of course you like having your kids, but you don't like to have to get up every 3 hours to change the diapers and feed the baby all the time. But you cannot avoid the fact that it is part of the job. The same thing in this aspect. You like what you do, it means that you also have to like doing something that you may not enjoying, like posting on the blog on Facebook. If you don't tell the world what you're doing and tell them what you love, they're not going to know what you're doing at all. So instead of you thinking you are forcing yourself to publishing or putting yourself out there, well, you think of it as you're telling the world what you are presenting, what you like, what you're passionate about. Instead of trying to be someone else, follow different platform of advertisement or promotion. What is your way of promoting yourself? And that is conveying the way you are. And that means you have to dig deeper inside yourself, inside your own business, that what is unique about me, what is my passionate about, what I like to do to offer to my clients. And that will make you doing this promotion something that is kind of enjoying to do, because you're not trying to impress others, but you're trying to tell your passion to the world.
It's a different approach,
Totally,
right?
yes.
Because she's forcing herself to do something.
Because she's trying to be someone else. Try to impress people instead of trying to be her and try to explain how passionate it is. There was an example like this. In Japan, I remember going into a supermarket, and there was a season where there were many mandarins. So there were 3 stacks of mandarins, the same types of mandarin, but on top there are the signs. And each of them on top there are the signs of the farmer who planted these 3 stacks of mandarins. And there was a quote saying from each of the farmers that we plant these mandarins with love, with care, so that our customer will have the best mandarin. So you know how they really, different stack, they are different person, a different expression. So this is one thing, instead of that is what they're passionate about, they do their best. And then trying to tell the world what did they do, how much they put in the effort, and that make a difference in your product as well, in your business as well.
Wonderful. So other question is, I'm finishing my maternity leave, and after being for 5 years with my kids at home, I don't have enough self-confidence. I want to start my business as a physiotherapist, but my family wants me to rather work for a hospital where I have a secure income. I don't feel like it, but I don't have a support from home. What should I do?
Actually, as a mother, she should be able to understand this quite easily. Remember how the babies or how her kid started to learn how to walk? The baby didn't take a big step and run on the first day. The baby learned from crawling, from rolling, from just walking and stumble upon so many times until you finally got up. Whenever we have this goal in life, we try to think of this huge mountain like being on top of the Everest, and we have to climb that. But we forget that in order to reach the top of the Everest, we have to go to many base camp and prepare ourselves in each of the base camp to be ready for it. It's the same thing. Of course, it's good to have the business and everything that it's like on top of the mountain, on top of the Everest. But has it ever occurred to you that the base camp could be just a hospital, where she actually developed more confidence, going back into the game again, learn different things that people would do, how to run it? It's a skills. And when you are capable of it, try out and error many times, you're gonna have more experience and skills so that you can try to go back into a business later on. So that is how we climb the mountain. You don't jump from the sea level to the top of the Everest on one day. You're slowly climbing it up and prepare yourself to make a leap. And that's what's important.
So step by step.
Step by step. And the most important, don't be afraid to fail.
So even though she fails, that's all right.
Actually, that is how it works. Make mistake. The only way that you learn is when you make mistake.
Yes.
If you don't make mistake, you never learn anything, and it's not possible. The same as how baby learn to walk. The baby make mistake by falling many times until baby understand how to balance itself and never fall again.
Okay, so we have another question, and she's writing, I'm working as a model, but I don't like this job. For me, it's too superficial. However, I earn a good money, and I can't imagine doing something else and being without this amount of money because I have a certain life standard. So what can I do to make some step to do something else but still have this money?
There are four responsibilities in human life. Number one is about your physical body, physical well-being, all about your health, how to live long, how to stay healthy and strong. The second part is your relationship, about every relationship you have with people, parents, friends, your partners. Number three is your professional life. And number four is your mind. You're responsible to have the clear and bright mind. So these are the four main responsibilities. So right now, when you're going to review all this, there is one concept that you have to understand, and it's the word need and want. So when we are saying that we need that amount of money, really support our need or support our want or desire, that will never end. The question is that when will it be enough? When it would be so-called sufficient? Because otherwise you're going to spend the rest of your life worry about the financial and never try anything else. That is the first part. So go back and understand what is needed and what is wanted. Don't be confused between necessity and bonus. Necessity is need, bonus is desire or want. So if you keep up with just necessity, you're going to be fine. But if you try to keep up with the bonus of your life and think of it necessity, it will never be enough. That is the first one. Second, now that you don't know anything, it is a good opportunity to know. At least you accept that you don't know what you like to do. So why don't you try the different things, little bit of here, take a little different classes. Now that you have the financial that you need and opportunity that you can, explore it. If you're the age, something between 20 to 35, that is time to explore. Make mistake, try it out, and make errors. That's when you learn. Because up to one point, there is no turning back. When you reach something like 45, it's something that you just have to stick with and focus on that part, because you're not going to be able to change easily. Out of 55 is all about training others, training the youngster to do the job, because you can. And then after 65, it's all about paying attention to yourself, spending the time to yourself. So this is the age where you really learn to make mistake and explore until you find out what you really like to do. And you notice, the job as a model, like you say, is superficial because it's a short lives. You enjoy this opportunity for a short period of time. So there's a reality that you have to embrace. Then what will be the next part of your life that you want to do? Now you have the opportunity, so use it wisely, because it's never returned.
Other question. How can I start to do what I really like if I have 2 kids and bills to pay? Maybe it's not for me to do what I like.
I think the big question is that, do you really try to do what you like, or try to feel like you do what you like by others people's standard? I think that is a big question. Right now, when people talk about passion, they think that in order to change my life, I have to quit my regular daily office work, job, travel the world, like in the book Eat, Pray, Love, in order to find it. Sometimes people already love what they're doing, like having the kids and looking after the 2 adorable kids and raise them until they become a good person for the society. That's actually one life fulfillment. And mother, believe me, is the hardest job in the world. There is no job that requires much attention, effort, energy, and time as much as being a mother. So that's actually one of the most fantastic jobs. If she wants to have some other passion, try it out. Because like I said from the very beginning, everything would require 200% effort. That's all. The other part is 100% effort. The other part requires 100% effort. It's all about dividing the time. Of course, it will take a lot of being more tired, more exhausted, but you can do it too. So the question is that, why would you want to do it from the very beginning? Don't just try to have the passion as a stereotype, the way people think that I have to change my life, this is look boring. If you enjoyed it, doesn't matter what people think. You're proud of yourself, and that's what matters. You're happy to look after your kids, that's what matters. If you want to do something else differently, go for it, because you want it, not because you want people to see it. And that's what the most important part that I like to add this.
I totally agree. And actually what comes to my mind is, what is the life purpose? Maybe the girls are wondering, what is the life purpose? What is life mission?
Yep.
So what is it? What would you say?
You know that how we grown up in this world where everything has been told that certain kind of thing would be called success. Let me give you my example. I was born in a half Chinese family. for the rest of my life, it becomes very competitive. It's all about this causing a scholarship, that causing a promotion, that's causing get into this university. So you got to work hard in school, get into good university, work hard in university, get a job in the big corporate, try to study a master degree in order to come back and get better jobs, work hard, get married before 35, have 2 kids, send 2 kids to the best school possible, buy a big house, buy a big car, have the pension fund so that you can retire at 60 years old, hope to die after 75 without any sickness. This is how everything has been told for us. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that it's wrong. The only question I'm asking is, do you identify that as a success and happiness? If not, it means that you can be something else and still be happy and successful if you understand what you want, and that's fulfilling for you, your desire, your mind. And now there's people, you know, how they be grown up in this society where everything is pre-concept. We believe that only when we get that it's called happiness. I mean, how many times in your life that you reach that part, you get into that university, you get that job, you get that house, you get that heart, you don't feel that fulfilled.
Yeah, exactly.
So the life purpose is that to find that unconditional happiness where you feel content and fulfilled.
And could meditation help in this case?
Perfectly, because meditation is about being present. The thing is that life is like running a marathon. When you run a marathon, it's 42 kilometers away. Do you know what the finish line look like?
No.
You cannot see it from here, from the starting point. So what do? You keep running and enjoy the view. Enjoy everything along the way. There's the same thing as in life. You know, we don't know what it looks like, it's just an idea. But along the way that we're taking steps in running, we have friends, we have families, we have our life, our health to be enjoyed, to be appreciated by and content, and keep walking, keep working, keep running on it until we reach there. Don't be fooled by the idea that life is like 100-meter sprint. We try to push at hard to see that this is the image of success I created. But whenever you get closer, you keep pushing back because you never be satisfied. You keep pushing back, pushing back. So up until one point you feel too tired to run anymore, then you quit. And then at the end of the day, because you quit, you put no effort, and you're sitting there complaining about the whole world is going wrong with you, but because you don't keep going. And that's why you're not going to reach the finish line 42 kilometers away. So that's how things are. If you're going to find something that you're happy about, you could be happy with the life as it is already, and it's already fulfillment. And then again, keep going up, keep reviewing what you do, how can you make it better. You may find out different things coming along the way. But if you feel bored in what you do right now, it's going to be very hard to find passion on anything else because you don't have passion for life itself. And that's what's starting.
Yeah, it comes to my mind also the word success, because it has been like broad success, but everybody imagines something different, like with this word. So what would you say about this word, success?
Success is what you define by your own fulfillment and contentment. I will call that success. You can be poor. You can be a housewife raising 2 kids and you still be very successful because you're content and you see how your product as 2 kids are growing up to be a beautiful person. That is successful. Comparing to someone who can be a millionaire, have the professional being famous, but other aspect of life totally screw up. So it's all about this balance, and you're content with the balance that you got in your life, and everything else on top of that will become bonus. Don't misunderstand between necessity and bonus. So we live our life for whom? For yourself. Right. Let me give you an example. So let's say that in the next 3 months, you know that you have to go to your cousin's wedding. So what you do is to go to the salons to find the best dress ever, so that even sometimes smaller than your size, and you're going to go through diet for another 3 months in order to fit in that dress. And even on the wedding day, you probably spend another 6 hours in the salon getting dressed, makeup and all the hair, so that you can show up in the wedding beautifully. Nothing wrong with getting dressed and get all the hair done, but the question I'm asking is that, do you dress for yourself to see or for other people to see? You do all that for other people to see, not for yourself to see. Right. It means you make all this effort for others people to be appreciative of yourself. And it should begin by how you appreciate yourself first. Because if you're confident, you appreciate yourself, now you're going to select what is right for you, not right in others people's perception. And this is about empowerment. It's about looking inside and feel confident and be who you are and proud, appreciate of who you are, and present that out there as it is, regardless of how people judge you. There's always somebody who will judge you. It's normal. Basically, at the end of the line, no one, not, it's impossible for everybody to be appreciative of you, to impressed by you. There will be people who don't like you. That is the reality. Just embrace it and do your best, because you live your life for yourself, not for others. And when you have that self-confidence and love enough for yourself, that's when you can give it out. That's when you can share. But if you make an effort, even yourself is not satisfied to present yourself out there, finally you're going to have this hole that you need to fill all the time. But you feel from the wrong place. You feel from the outside, not from yourself, from the inside. And that's where meditation comes in. It's about looking back inside and find about yourself, who you are, to be proud, to be appreciated, to be content. And that's when you got the confidence to present yourself out there. And whenever you are yourself, you feel natural, you feel happy in what you do. You don't feel like forcing yourself to do something. And that's how it makes difference, because that's when you get the passion.
So women which are not self-confident, they could start meditating and they could get to know themselves better.
Yes.
And get the self-confidence.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Because how many times in your life you were discouraged because of what people would think about you, because of their opinion, until their opinion matters more than your own. But the reality is that they don't live your life like you do. So to do that, you have to go back inside and empower yourself, listen to yourself, listen to your own opinion. Forget about what people think about you. They have the right to think about you, as well as you have the right to think about yourself.
Yes, sometimes it's so difficult, especially in Europe, as I'm coming from the Czech Republic. So the society is forcing us women like to have this dream life of work, studying at the university, then going to work for a company, not having time, not even having kids. And actually in the Czech Republic, the families are still more later than it used to be in the beginning. So because the companies are just taking all the energy from the women and they don't want them to have babies. So then the women, they completely forget about the relationships and they just do the career. And this is where all the singles around 30s are happening, because they have no time for the relationships.
And that's when a lot of women will end up trying to fulfill another destiny of life by getting married, even when they don't want to.
Exactly.
And have no objection with getting married. The only objection that I have of marriage is that, why do you do it? Are you doing it because you wanted to have to share your life with someone, share the responsibility with someone, or you do it because you feel like the pressure from society that is looking around you have to do it? Because that is how you choose to live your life. If you live your life by the choices of yourself, you want to share responsibilities of life with somebody, go for it. But if you're going to do it just because this is my last chance and how people are looking at me, why would you spend another 10, 20, 30 years of your life trying to impress others? At the end of the day, they don't matter to you. What matters the most is yourself and people who really, really care about you.
So how can women who are watching today deal with this, like that the society is pressing that you should have a boyfriend or you should have a kid, you should be married? So like what they should do with all the press?
That's how meditation starts. When meditation starts, it helps you to be able to let go.
Okay.
Or the other word, you can easily say, what the hell, to everything around you. Because you were going to start to accept one thing that's called reality. That this is a reality of life, that I live my life for myself and people that I really care about when I love myself first. And I understand how to share that love for people that matter. Instead of worry about people that a bit further away and try to impress and try to fit in. The point here is that about trying to fit in. A lot of time we try to be accepted in this unit, try to fit in. But at the end of the day, you always feel being outcasted anyway. Because you feel outcast within yourself. You're not you. So you're trying to pretend to be someone else all the time. That is where you start, by going inside with your meditations, keep your mind with yourself, explore deeper. And then you're going to find your true passion. And sometimes you're going to understand being mother is a noble job. Getting a professional career, if you like to do it without getting married, is also a noble choice as well, as long as you find out what you really want, not what other people want you to do.
Yeah, it comes to me, I think it was also one of the questions that when the parents are expecting for the woman to be something, and for example, like in this case, the parents wanted her to go to hospital, but she wants to have her business. And there are also sometimes even different cases that she wants to be a therapist, but they want to have her a lawyer. Yeah, so then what can they do?
For the parent, it's a bit trickier than comparing to others people, because there are people that matter to you.
Yeah.
But you have to understand where those kind of pressure coming from. They're telling you to do this thing because they love you. And in order to show the love is to make sure that even if they are not here, you can be able to live happily in security that they believe in. And this is how they see it for you. Even it may not be what you want, but this is how they see it. Did they do it with the right intention? Yes. Accept that part first, they do it with the right intention. Which means that if you're going to do something, at least you hear them out and you try your own way. One day or another, if you really show that you are really choosing your life, you're really happy about it, don't try just to refuse and reject them, try to compromise, find a compromising ground between two. Sooner or later, you're going to accept it because this is who you are. You're really committed to the choice that you're happy about, and they can feel that you're finding a sense of security in that aspect. They're going to be relieved. But if you're going to come back home and feel upset, feel stressed, feel sad, and look like you're not responsible for your life, of course, they're going to be worried because that's what parents do. They worry about their kids. So how can you give them the sense of relief? It means commitment. When you started to commit, now I'm committing to do this. So, okay, you tell me to work in the hospital, I will commit to do it. At least I will have a plan and slowly explain to them that one day I'm going to try this. After I have the certain kind of security, you can put it aside as a part-time business first for them to see, try and error. Of course, you cannot just tell your parents to be able to understand everything on the first day. You have to just show them that you really mean it. Sometimes we talk a lot. We talk about our passion all the time. But when that passion turns into commitment, and that is when people believe in you, believe in your words, because it makes it real.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, so we have here another question. And this is very connected what we been speaking about, because she's writing, I don't know what I like or what would make me happy. I like a lot of things. I like to teach kids, I like to travel, I like to write, but I don't see what I could do actually for my living.
Try them all.
Okay.
Try them all. You like being with kids, teaching kids in school, having an extra class that you can for example, having a writing class for kids. Why don't you integrate everything together, try it out until you really find out what really you're passionate about. The thing is that right now, people, when they talk about passion or dream or goal, what they want is this. I'm sitting right here, looking out the window and hope that it will come to me like on top of my head. It's not. It's going to come when you try something. When you started to do something, there was a big goal right here. This one you don't see. But in order to reach here, let's say if you want to be a marathon jog runner, it means you have to start from run every day, control your diet, adjust your time. You see, there are many steps that you take. Each of these steps will require you to learn more and more, and more. Finally you get the skills and enough to be up here. And in this case, it's the same thing. Try it out. Why not? Try different things. Try to make it in a way that is sustainable for all responsibility, from your health, from your relationship, from your profession, and your mind. Once you can do all that and integrate them together, you'll find out what you really like to do, and then you can invest your time and more effort in it.
And could meditation help her?
And that's actually the main part, because right now what she said is because it seems that very distracting. Yes. Meditation help her to be more focused on one thing. At that moment, when anybody do something, they always think that you do and you like and you know sure that you come to you because you are forced to do a certain thing in order to achieve the bigger goal. So you're going to have to go through that. Meditation helps to be more focused.
So she would be more mindful in what she would be doing.
Exactly. And try it one thing at a time. The thing is that we want to accomplish. Right now, it's in the world where we want to be accomplished, to achieved, without going through this aspect of perseverance, patience, and effort. And all of this require focus, which comes from meditation. It's not about the result that matters, it's about process that matters.
So she should just focus on the process while meditating,
Yep.
and then it will just appear the right thing.
Do it and you will find out.
Yeah,
That's how you start.
that's perfect. We have another question. This is kind of complicated. I don't have any passion in my life. What is my life purpose?
It's a very good question. And you know what? At the end of the day, a lot of people could leave this world without finding that out. But the question is that, is it necessary that you are able to put them in words? What is your life purpose? Is it possible that sometimes you already live it, but you don't even see it at all? So that is a matter. I cannot tell you what your life purpose is. I can only tell you how to look for it. And you don't look for it by comparing yourself with others. You can only find it when you look inside yourself. And that's what meditation do. It helps you to look inside yourself. Up until one point, you probably realize that I already found my life purpose right here and right now. And I'm already doing it. Many times we try to look outside and try to be something else, try to be someone else. And it may not be the real you at all. I know how we get all this information from everywhere. It looks nice to travel the world, to be a photographer, to be adventurous. At the end of the day, do you really like it? Or is it just a feeling of, I want to try that because I have never done it? It doesn't mean that you will like it. Not everybody have to be surfer or skydiver.
Right.
And that's like what I said from the beginning, that sometimes being a mother is a wonderful job. And it could already be a life purpose if you look inside and find out that for yourself, instead of what people would think about it and how you see others people are doing.
How she feels about it, right?
That is what matters.
Now we have the traveling one here. Does traveling and trying different jobs help me to find my life purpose?
It can be, yes and no. A lot of people still travel the whole world and still cannot find life purpose.
Right.
Because it's not out there in the world, it's about being inside yourself.
Yes.
Travel helps in a way that when we are surrounded by the old environment, we're gonna react to everything based on our own habit. So we're gonna go with the flow. So when we adjust our environment, we're gonna be out of our so-called comfort zone, and it gives some time to think, to explore, to look inside ourselves. So if the context is just changing environment, it doesn't have to be travel the world. You can be readjust your bedroom and see something new about your life as well. Because it's how we are. We react to environment in the same way. If you just go back to your bedroom, clear every drawer out, throw away all these half-empty bottles of shampoo and lotion that you got on your dresser and your toilet, you're gonna have more space for you to fill it in. And that's when you figure out something new. You may find your passion afterward. Because that is the point. A lot of people travel the world looking for passion, but at the end of the day, they don't find it because they look in the places, not here. The main point is adjust your environment, then you have the space for your mind.
It was also my case. I was traveling all around, searching for it, but it was not there because I was searching outside.
Yep.
Until I started to meditate, so it changed my life completely.
Oh, exactly. So even you find something interesting, but your mind is like a glass full of water. There's no space to fill anyway. So the first task to do is to clear the water off the glass. And that's when you can obtain information. Now you travel, there are more opportunity. But if you don't, you're gonna see something around you. Sometimes, you probably look up on the Facebook page and something pop up and give you the idea. But your mind must be ready to take it, to listen to it.
Focused.
If your mind is too noisy, you never hear what's inside.
Exactly. That's wonderful. That's a good one because I have a lot of friends and clients who are travelers, and they are usually like searching outside. So this is really a good tip. So we have a writer here. I like writing. I really write a lot, but I'm afraid to publish it because I don't want anybody to see it. I'm afraid they would not like it and they would judge me. How could I earn money by this? Because it's really my passion.
This is a bit hard because it's all about accepting reality. And this is the bad news I'm going to tell you. They're going to judge you. The first thing they do is they're going to judge you. And they're going to be positive feedback and negative feedback because this is the nature of the world. It is a bad news, but it's a reality. So, what do? Meditate. Go inside yourself. Are you proud of being you? Are you proud of presenting yourself out there? Because if you are proud of yourself, it doesn't matter how people will recognize you. It matters how you recognize yourself. Because that's what publishing your book is all about. It's not about other people to like it. It's about you appreciating yourself and you need to share that part of you to the others. Among 100 people that will read your blogs, there could be, sorry to say, 99 people that don't like it. But there could be just one whose life has been transformed and get inspired by your book. Isn't that worth it? Yeah. Have you ever looked at it that way? Right now, when you look only at the people who may judge you in the negative way. There's always a positive side. You can't change the world you live in. You can only change the way you look at the world that you live in. And when you look at the positive sides, you look at the criticisms as the way to improve yourself, then you're going to keep making it better. So get yourself out there. Embrace the world. And the world will be friendly to you. You can choose to look at the world in two ways, as the enemy or as a friend. Because it is going to be the same world. It's only how you choose to look at it.
And when she meditates, it could help her to clean her mind,
to calm it down and to adjust attention to something positive.
Because she is focused on the fear right now, right?
So start from
inside.
Being proud of yourself.
Very nice, very good one. So we have the semi-last question. I have a company with my husband. Lately we are arguing a lot and I'm afraid we will split up. I will have no job and no money. I don't know what else I could do. I would like to be independent, but I don't know how. What can I do?
We have a saying in Thai that don't make business with your friend because it's going to end your friendship easily. The thing is that the roles as a friend and role as a partner in business is not the same. And then because the couples doing it together, you have to understand there will be a lot of overlapping area and also separating area. So this is something that you need to work with your husband to sit him down and discuss, really talk about it, that how we can put business as a business, how we put our life as a partner in this marriage is the other aspect of life, because otherwise you're going to mix them up. The problem that you got right now is you mix them up. So you got the pressure from work, you come back home, you still take it. Work at home is still an office. So you're going to look at each other as a business partner instead of partner in life. And those are different things. At some point, as a partner in life, it's all about compromising, accept and let go, forgiving. Partner in business is about job description, who is doing what, to draw that line very clearly. So that's not the same thing, it's completely different. So it's time to sit down and just draw the clear line about it.
And talk about it.
You need to. You need to. And in a certain part, in order to make the marriage work, is also require a lot of acceptance, compromising, because this is how we live together. When you live with someone, it's all about sharing a space with the person. You're about sharing this comfort zone that we have and let it overlap with each other. But in business, usually it was something a bit more remote, more distance. So how do you work these two together is something you have to go down and sit down, communicate.
Yeah, the communication.
Make sure that don't turn your home into an office.
Yes, I think it's her case actually. Because they're working, she wrote that they're working from home as well very often in the night.
Yep.
So.
Exactly. Now, home is your office. And then everything in your life, you're going to turn your husband into a business partner. At the end of the day, that's what you get. So until you finally forget about all the good part that you choose him to be your husband from the beginning, why did you love him? Because you don't love your business partner like you love your husband.
So she should separate her business and her partnership?
If she cannot separate the time, at least separate. If she cannot separate the place, at least separate the time.
The time, okay.
Work is done, it is done.
Okay, that's a good one. Last one. At my work, I work in a pharmacy. I have to deal with annoying and complaining people. What can I do to survive there? I really like my job, but the people complain every day.
Client job is to complain, your job is to service. I work in service industry all my life, and they have one motto that I work best for me. I got it from the movie Godfather, kind of totally out there. But the motto goes like, it's not personal, it's business. You are there professionally, so your job is to provide the service, and they will expect of you. And in this business world, in the client and suppliers world, customer is always right. There is no point winning against the customer because at the end you're gonna be lose anyway. So that is your job. So if you still like it, understand this is how things goes. The job is to complain. Your job is to provide, to serve them. And then after you go home, how you can disconnect that part and enjoy your life at home.
This is, I think, her problem. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember I had this problem before, and a lot of people had it too. When they get caught up with work and come back home, they get depressed, they get frustrated with their partners, their kids. They don't even enjoy being with the kids and just want to sit on the couch watching TV and doing nothing to steam it off. And that's make life unhealthy. Even you like what you do, but you're gonna take it just home. So meditation is a tool that can help you to relieve your emotional burdens. So you learn to disconnect and live the other aspect of life to the fullest. You can really enjoy your time at home with the people that you care about. And when you're at your work, you become professional again. You take it as it is. They complain about everything, about themselves, about the facilities, about the medicines, about everything. It's not about you. You just take it personally, that's all. So it's how you look at it. Your job is just to listen and help them out, and that's it.
And then don't bring it home.
Don't bring it home. Is it worth it? If usually when you at every house you have a lot of trash, right? Do you do with your trash at home?
Take it out.
Yeah. And why would you take the trash outside into your house?
That's what they do actually, right? They bring the emotions from the work and they bring it home.
So why would you bring the trash outside into your house? When usually with the physical trash, you take it outside of your house.
It's a very good tip. Lompi, thank you so much. Thank you for your wisdom. It was wonderful. And girls, I think that you have a lot of tips. So now it's your turn to comment below the video, share with your friends and like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again, Lompi, for answering, and I'm really looking forward to next videos. Bye.